Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the stock market technical analysis. Today, January the 5th, Tuesday, we should say, or put scalping Tuesday, we should say, January the 5th, 2020. Quickly in the chat room, let's say hello to Beautiful Gates, Miss Marcy, and Mr. Andrew. So, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and dive in. On the agenda today, we're going to take a look at yesterday. So, question of the day is: did you make money yesterday on SPY? Because, folks, traders, I should say, if you are new or you have been trading in a while, well, trading is this profession where we pay ourselves. Yeah, that let's not somebody kid you on there in terms of nobody should be telling you when to sell to close a position, especially when it's a winning one. So the difficulty compared to a so-called regular job is the fact that, well, you don't know what the paycheck's going to be each and every day. Yes. So we as traders, we need to maximize our paydays. Well, on the regular job, we know, okay, if you are paid bi-weekly, like most people in America, you're going to be getting a paycheck of X. Sometimes there is a compensation increase to keep up with inflation and things of that nature. Well, in the stock market, folks, I don't know, but maybe this wish that I'm saying here, it seems trivial to some, but if that's the case, well, this is not for you. You have already graduated from that. But where am I going? A day like yesterday is a day where the paycheck had to be much, much bigger. Yeah. And what's going to help you secure that type of paycheck on a day like yesterday? It's your knowledge. And we keep repeating it here at Successful Trading. Yeah, knowledge, the end product of knowledge that you have that you're acquiring is to be able to make money. So on a day like yesterday, I really, really encourage you to review what you traded yesterday and make sure it was only the first day of the year. Yeah, it was only the first day of the year, and especially because there were many trades to be made. But there's one in particular for some of for the traders who have been following us here on SPY. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look. Hopefully, my aim again, folks, is to help traders become successful traders. Yes. And how do we do that? The way that we do that here at Successful Trading is by providing knowledge in hope that that knowledge will turn into consistent profit in the stock market. So here was SPY yesterday. As every pre-market analysis, we talked about SPY. I think we spent time talking about, okay, we have had this MACD crossing over for a while now, almost a month, where SPY has just been, I don't think SPY has had since December 10 a more than 3 point day on well, some intraday, but really barely three, right? And yesterday, first day of the year, if I can put a chart that everybody can see, we had these big candles after a gap up. So for us here at Successful Trading, there was numerous ways to get yourself involved yesterday on this trade. Either you were trading gangster on a gap, or literally 30 minutes into the session, this is a classic bearish pattern. That's for us. We teach how to recognize this bearish pattern, posting lower lows below VWAP. Here's VWAP, that's the orange line. And let me make this such that everybody can see. Okay, so our VWAP here on the trading view chart, it's an orange line. And this is what ensued, folks. Yeah, literally from the opening, each candle here for us is 15 minutes for those who are new to maybe charting and technical analysis. So that went all the way to 12. My time on here, if I move this, my time is 9 because I'm in the Pacific time zone in California. So, but this is 12 Eastern. So from the opening here at 9:30, this is 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. Yeah. So now some of the questions that traders could have, well, I sold too early, because I've been hearing that a lot lately in our Discord room. A lot lately. Okay, fine. So you close your position, meaning you took profit, right? So my question to you is, especially in this one, because we can break this down further. I can even break it down in 5 minutes and can even replay this entire tape. Yeah, we have that button on here, the replay button of TradingView. So ask yourself, okay, at one point, did you potentially realize that you could get back into the trade? Because first, do we have that? Yeah, let's actually bring the chart of which that we were trading. We were trading the 370 put, and we are alerted. Yeah, I can call that an alert. I definitely can call that an alert. We share that. Is this okay for me to switch screen because this thing doesn't automatically? Yep. So here we go. Here's the chart, folks, of the 370 put on SPY. Yeah. If you don't know how to chart this is something that we teach here, how to chart option. Yes. The entry actually on the first candle, believe it or not, it was 8 cents. Was it 8 cents? Oh, let's see. My screen capture on here, because I will be making a video to teach about this. This is a great opportunity for teaching on here in a video we will be making later in the week. I don't know which candle that's. I took the screen capture saying that the low was 11 cents. The open was 15 cents. But I think if it was the first candle, the low was actually maybe 8 cents. But regardless, folks, yeah, you could have gotten into this trade because the first 5 candles on here, what are they showing? Each one of them is 15 minutes. That's what it's telling us. So that's an hour and 15 minutes. By then, I think even by the time I posted this to our traders, how much was it? I believe, let me go get that on another screen. So I posted this 10:34 Eastern, and at the time they were 39 cents. And literally, so from 10:34 to 10:46, the next thing I wrote down was, oh, SPY is a gunner. This is the 15-minute chart of SPY since the opening of the first session. So it went from that 39 very quickly went to 92 cents. $1.19, $1.34. But I want you to take a look at this here. Let me switch back. Let me switch back right now. What am I showing you? Oh, I'm showing you, yeah, I'm still showing you the chart of that 370 put. Look at this candle, the second big candle here with the upper shadow, or the upper wick as they call it, right? Meaning it went to almost $2, close $2.80 or something. And it came back because it was a bit extended. But folks, that was your re-entry. You could have re-entered this trade from there. Now the question is going to be, another thing that we teach on here could have been, well, but Telex, those options there at the time, if you are saying re-entry, I think we see the yellow mark here, 150. Let's say actually, I think it was actually like 170, 167 or something. That's fine. For us on here, we teach you that in this type of scenario, you pick a strike further out of the money. Yeah. And in that case, actually, whatever strike you were trading on put, let's say 365, 367, whatever, your percentage would have actually been much better than this. But this thing went all the way to $5 something. So this contract at the opening, folks, I think even my screen on here, let's assume that at 11 cents all the way to $5, folks. More than, yeah, it was more than, so that's a 50 bagger on SPY to start the year. Yeah, these are the opportunities that you and I, we need to make sure that we maximize our paycheck, because we do not control, like in a regular job, that, hey, that the pay is going to be regular. But through consistency, we know that, hey, if we are able to trade consistently, we will have opportunities such as this that can put our paycheck over the top. So we wanted this morning to start the show with that, because there were other opportunities to be traded, obviously, especially within those who trade our subscription trade alert. There were stocks on there that we shared in our Discord that started with great momentum. Actually, some of them in both directions. And you know how we love making money in both directions, meaning that when we find ourselves in a trade, trading a specific direction, we're always in tune with what could happen if, let's say, it reverse. So that's because the market is not linear. I heard feedback of the type, oh, hey, Telex, your trading system is great, but it requires that you need to monitor the market constantly. And I'm like, Okay, so the principle of trading, yeah, intraday trading is all about that. Yeah, if we don't want to do that, then we put our money in 401ks, and then at the end of the year, if we're lucky, let me see. I think most people, maybe it's not just mine. I don't think I do anything special with my 401k. This year was like a 30% return. But trust me, that's not a 401k that return 30% yearly is not something that's because we got into a dip early in the year. That's what happened. Typically, the typical returns, if you are lucky, they could be 6-7% or even less than that. So intraday trading on here is that we can use some of our capital, investment capital, to actually take advantage of this short-term type of movement. But for that, yes, there is definitely work in terms of getting the education, how to go about doing that. But there's also, time invested. So that's why I tell traders that, we're spending time, let's say just this pre-market, right? Getting ourselves ready. So when it comes time to take profit, let's not shortchange ourselves by not fully taking advantage of all of the gains that a position is about to give us. If that's the only thing, but let's be encouraged on here, folks, because if that's the only thing that we have to work on for 2021, that to maximize our gains when big gains such as this one come, then we're in good shape. I guarantee you that. Because if everything else is taken care of, so just say, hey, how would I go about making sure that when I enter a trade, because this move started, you saw the time, right? So this move started where there was plenty of time left. Typically, SPY, they manipulated, let's say, the last 10 minutes or so. Yeah. But even then, folks, we know this stuff. We can take advantage of this stuff. The so-called market is manipulated. I mean, we need to get over that. I mean, when we're making money, the market is manipulated as well, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, can we get past that? Yeah, market is manipulated. Fine, let's take advantage of that. All right, so that's what transpired yesterday on really, that was the major, that was the biggest trade. I mean, I don't. Maybe last February and March, maybe there were bigger moves, but this one yesterday, because the implied volatility was low, folks, coming in. So on that first year of the day, we went from 375, was it 375 to 366? So yeah, then you can see it's 50 bagger. That's on almost 9-point move on SPY. So that's why that's why we wanted to go by asking the question this morning that, hey, did you make money yesterday? Okay, so old school is saying my biggest issue is staying in a winner. Okay, sir, let's explore that. Let's explore that a little bit. So if you have a winner, we can have two scenarios. So we keep going back to the same principle here, right? So for us, we're trying to educate traders on here to say, if at all possible, let's try to, I'm not showing anything on my screen. Okay, let's do this. Okay, oof, it took its time. There was a small delay. Let's start to have more than one contract. Yeah, so if I have a winning position, my whole thing is to be able to say, okay, let me take partial profit. And there are different scenarios to take partial profit. We have showcase example where if you have 3 contracts, you can start with 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 at whatever specific point. Let's say, will that be 100%, 150%, and then let's a runner run. That principle is something that, I mean, sometimes it may not work out great anything, but my friend, when we find ourselves in a scenario like yesterday, and this tends to happen, why? Because when a specific stock is having a trend, it's more difficult actually for a trend to reverse than for a trend to continue, especially when that trend is bearish. Yeah. Because something going up at some point it could hit some technical overbought type of situation, oversold type of situation. Yes, I know there are deep buyers in this market and there are algos that buy the dips or anything, but when something is really bearish, it just tends to do that more than often. That's why personally for me, I pray that if I had the choice, Not that I don't care which way I make money, but if I had the choice, I prefer making money on a pattern like we just show you on SPY, where it was posting lower lows all the time with those, because then it start for this stock to reverse, it needs to be going through some resistance. Now it needs to find some buyers with enough conviction to take it out, and it doesn't have to do it the entire day, right? So just, we have shown this type of chart before. This is the 5 minutes of it. For us, we prefer the 15-minute because then there are less candle, there's less opportunity. Look at the difference. Okay, actually, let me do this. Thank you. Let me do this. Let me go side by side. I'm going to put on the right-hand side, I'm going to put the 15-minute chart of SPY, not Baidu. And then we are going to put the 5-minute chart. This is a good opportunity for us to get some knowledge. Okay. If at all possible, I will invite you to replay these two charts, 5 minutes of SPY yesterday versus 15 minutes. You see on here on the 15 minutes, meaning that if I'm monitoring just the 15 minute, at the end of each candle, other than this one on here where they bought the dip a little bit, they're all red. I have no reason to get out of that trade. Try that as well, folks, meaning that make your decision at the end of candles. And that candle interval being 15 minutes. On the 5 minutes, okay. At some point here, I guarantee you, because how do I know? I've talked with traders. They will say, oh, the moment I saw this candle, I sold. That's fine. Actually, this is a case of, okay, take partial profit on here because it's really below the upper Bollinger. I think this is at the time where on that option chart, it did that big spike. Yeah, absolutely. And that big spike happened to be 11 a.m. Eastern. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We have talked about that. But then, folks, what about here? For us, we have always said that as long as we are below the closest resistance, the trend is still intact. And that's what happened. This thing just kept going. So you have possibility to re-enter any one of these candles on here, folks. 1, 2, 3. You have a full hour to re-enter this position. Assuming that you took profit, right? You have cash in hand, yeah? And then you will have been rewarded over the next hour and a half by it going all the way to 365. Those are some of the techniques, really. We see this a lot. This pattern of a stock being bearish and trading this trend, we see that a lot. So next time on any stock, doesn't matter. SPY is not the only one that can do that. So this morning, what's happening? Those who watch the features or anything, I do not watch features, folks. As a matter of fact, I don't even entertain watching news afterwards, right? When the trading session is over, the only thing that I do, I keep telling you, it's, let's say on my phones, I have the teletrader app. I can look at chart, especially at the beginning of the year. Why? Because at the beginning of the year, such as this one, the trends that going to start, right? So by the end, let's say, by the end of in 2 weeks' time, we will be looking at charts or some stock to say, oh my goodness, look at that trend that started just after the second day of January. Let me show you an example what I'm talking. I don't know if this one's going to do it, but this is a stock that some of you, this is Barrick Gold. Is that Barrick Gold? Yep. I want to go to the daily chart of Barrick Gold. And hopefully I can show. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So first day of the year, is this true? Is this? Yeah. First day of the year. Yeah, January the 4th, because the candle that we see today, the 5th, they are showing us pre-markets, which I don't know why trading will start doing that. I hate when they do that. So they're showing me a second candle for today, even though we're in pre-market. But in any case, you see this big candle? It signals a new momentum. No, this is gold feature. Oh my goodness. I wanted Barrick Gold. Okay. I was like, that definitely doesn't look like... So Barrick Gold, this is my goodness. I was like, because I remember seeing sideways. So meaning I was about to draw my the box that's we are familiar with, right? So I was about to draw something like this to say, okay, you see this? this is a new trend. Yeah. And now the stock doesn't have room on the upper Bollinger, but that's fine. You and I, we need to get involved because two things going to happen to this stock on here. Yeah. And those two outcomes, they're outcomes that make us make money, folks. How many times have we made an illustration of something like this? If today you decide that all you want to do is trade this pattern, yeah, just find it. Find it in stock. There are plenty of stock out there that will have this pattern. Then you will have your strategy. You're going to call it breakout out of the Darvas box, because this stock either it's going to come back and retest the closest support, which is going to be here, the green line. You guys cannot see my green line and my yellow line, exponential moving average 20 and exponential moving average 8. That's the yellow line respectively. So retest of that, what was that? So that's 23, 23, 32. They are virtually identical. Right now we are trading at 24 something. Yeah, it's a $25 stock, but a $1 move, folks, mean 4%. So it's an opportunity there. What I do in here, and we explained that, I'm not sure, did I explain that in the video that we said on Teletrader? I create watch list by sectors. Yeah, so if you don't know which sector that's a specific stock belongs to, you go, that's why we have FinWiz, folks. FinWiz will tell you specifically in each one of the sectors what's going on. So here for us, we have said that we can go to group, yeah, and then say performance. You have the sectors on here. So if I go to basic material, I guarantee you inside of basic material, we can find, let's say, a copper gold. Here we go. So copper gold, can we say performance year to date? Okay, so performance year to date, folks, we have only had 1 day so far year to date. So these are all of the gold stock that did well yesterday. Yeah, Barrick Gold is here. Yeah, the other one on here, it's, let me move this such that you guys can see. So Barrick Gold is here. The symbol for Barrick Gold is GOLD. It's not ABX. ABX, that's the listing in the stock market in Toronto. WPM, Wheaton Precious Metals. So, yeah. So this is how you will go about it. So here you can then see that, oh, a lot of them were bullish yesterday. Interesting. Are they about to start a trend? Watch out in a month time. How will they be? But this is the week. This is the week, folks, for you to get that discipline of creating your watch list per sector or per industry, and then tracking which one have strength. That's how you can take a trade now to say, hey, expiration, I don't know, let's say end of the month or February, and follow something that's starting a trend. All right. Okay, so let's see who else coming here. Hello, Miss Laura. How are you? Good morning. I was asked to look at a stock yesterday. If I didn't do that, then I don't know when somebody asked for something. So yesterday somebody asked me to look at. I'm hoping that's the right stock. To be honest, that's a stock that's Bristol Myers Squibb. I don't know if the person is on the live chat. So here's the daily chart of Bristol Myers Squibb. This stock, it's one of those. I haven't traded this in a long while. I'm familiar. I used to be familiar with this stock. It's part of my biopharmaceutical watch list on here on my Teletrader app. What is this stock doing? The stock has been, I will say, very difficult. At least I don't see any trend whatsoever on here. Where is it standing right now? It's standing midway, almost at the exponential moving average 8 and exponential moving average 20. I don't know what your timeline is, the person who asked for this analysis. So as of now, for me, it's neutral because it could go either direction. My problem with this, well, I don't know the reason of being interesting. This stock, I even went as far as looking at it over the last 5 years, folks. Look at the range. It's very narrow. Yeah, I mean, other than everybody deep at the beginning of 2020, but even the recovery, look, this thing has been going sideways in the same range pretty much, $58 to $64 thereabout. That's not much. So trading something like this, yeah, if you time it, for us, we trade weekly option. If you time it, yes, because what's the only advantage of it is that implied volatility most likely is going to be very small, but because it doesn't move that much. It doesn't move that much. So if you time it perfectly fine. As of now, where it's done, I cannot say that either is bullish or bearish. If I go to the weekly chart, well, actually, let me show you the monthly charts for me to illustrate my point about the 5 years. Yeah, this is the 5 years of this chart, folks. 5 years gave us what, 2016? This is it. The high has been 76, but I mean, look since 2018. Look what this thing is doing. Not much. So not sure what the timeline is here. So on the monthly, it's trading above the exponential moving average. On the weekly, what is this do? What is the stock doing? I can definitely agree that it's bound to make a move soon. It's overdue for a move because all of these boxes on here and the tightening of the Bollinger Band can confirm that. Which direction will it go? I have no idea. And most of the time, that's the case with biopharma. That's where I try to stay away from them. I trade a few of them, but you will see even in our bigger watch list, we don't have that many. What do we trade mostly? We trade stock that gap, a stock that gap that are liquid. So let's see on here this morning, what do we have? That's gapping very quickly. So optionable over 20 bucks change. And so, oh my goodness. Fubo has been a yo-yo stock. Fubo is up 16%. Yeah? Yeah. No, no joke. Maybe for me, I need to start trading Fubo on my Weibo paper trading app. They have option. They have option. I took a look once, but maybe I need to take a look. I'm not sure if they have monthly option. If they do have regular weekly options, maybe I will start taking a look because somebody knows something about Fubo because it has just been. Here's this chart, folks. Yeah, it ramped literally the last week of from mid-December all the way there. Look at it going from $26 to $60 and then coming back. Now it's jumping 16% on just one day. This is a broadcasting app. I actually have it on one of my phone because I like to watch, let's say, things like Tour de France or sports event that's going on in Europe. So, yes, Fubo. Let's see. Maybe if it finds support about that level as of now, it could be a good sign for this stock too. Because whatever happened there the first time, they may mean business. So this is how stock can break out. So what else is gapping this morning? Micron is gapping and is worth our you and I interest, right? Micron is gapping. They have earnings. Yeah, the earnings used to be in December for whatever reason. I saw that this morning, like, oh. It's actually Thursday after market close. So I guess we could justify this as the run up to earnings. So how much is it up this morning? 3%. 3% with more than 500,000 shares of volume. Definitely worth considering for a Ganser trade. So that will be a candidate for us to do that. So we will be diving into our Power E trade to see what level we can use. JD is gapping, but seriously, I am so tired of JD. I'm not even going to entertain and waste your time with that one this morning. On the gap downside, is there any stock that's worth our interest on here? QuantumScape, I mean, this stock is just, it's just ridiculous. So a stock that for us, I'm hoping that's true, that my eyes are not deceiving me, but if my eyes are deceiving me, that stock on there, okay? I mean, can we say that, folks? I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not ARC. It's not ARC Therapeutic. I'm talking about this one. Yeah. The subscriber of Successful Trading, they are to be familiar with it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, folks, if there are no questions, let's go spend the next 4 minutes and dive into check NEO. Or must we check NEO? NEO is another yo-yo from China. Did I say that? No, meaning yo-yo is the same category as Baba, JD, of PDD. Trust me, make a watch list of stock from China, folks. Yeah, it gap up yesterday. It was up 9% yesterday. So remember the rule, right? How to find something to trade the next day? Just look at the end of the day, whatever move the biggest. So yes. This here from the chart, this is the daily chart of the weekly chart of NEO. Very bullish since July, right? It run up from $12 to 53, came back, found support at the exponential moving average 15. It's always this classic type of thing. And now, upon breaking out a new all-time high, the sky is the limit for this guy. Yeah. So this is the type of stock. This is NIO's doing in auto. Is an automaker from China. So on a daily, it's attacking the upper Bollinger. So yeah, opportunity to get involved. Options for NIO are expensive because market makers know that it's very volatile, meaning that from day to day it can move by its ATR has been increasing. How do we know that? If you don't know what ATR is, that's well, that's fine. You can learn about what an ATR, average true range. Nope. Let's go share with NIO on here to see actually how has been the trend it's of ATR. This is what I'm talking about, folks. The ATR for NIO used to be, let's say, $1 around October, $1.34. Since October timeframe, it has been increasing. And thus, its options have been more and more expensive because one main variable that goes into option pricing model, the Black-Scholes equation, is definitely implied volatility. And market maker, they love. So yeah, trading these, sometimes, to be honest with you, if I have the choice, I rather trade something else than this high moving with high implied volatility stock, to be honest with you. I kid you not, because you will find yourself into taking positions sometimes just like, oh my God. Buying option when implied volatility has already been jacked up is very tricky because the market maker, they can have us at their mercy because it's just too fast for them to manipulate that. And even though the stock moves, we find ourselves in a losing position already. So yeah, then not, I mean, if other options are moving, I rather focus on something else. But that's just me. All right. Anything else very quickly on here? Let's switch screen quickly. We have time. So let's take a look at MU. MU is one of those stocks. We traded MU on last Friday? No, last Thursday, because Friday was closed, right? Yeah. Yeah, we traded MU. When we say we, people in our Discord room. If you are not part, maybe that's an opportunity for us to invite you in our Discord room. Yeah. It's our subscription trade alerts. Yes, they had MU last week. And we traded it along with its proxy, Western Digital, very confidently. All right. So very quickly on here, let's go to MU. Are you guys able to see this? So here's Micron. And just while I'm saying that, can I say that? Okay, maybe just focus on this one. Okay, so we are gapping up here 3%. The momentum is on the call side. So let's see what type of strikes are available to us on here. You see, the implied volatility is 88%, but I want to show you the implied volatility constellation. Yeah, this is what happened when a stock is approaching its earnings. The current implied volatility, the solid line, is on top of the 30-day average. This is classic leading into, and then obviously because it's this week, it's at its highest. In non-regular time, outside of that, look, it's almost half. So meaning you can pretty much interpret this, maybe not quite to say that the price of this option, they are pretty much double the regular price. Yeah, so look, for instance, if we want to get anything close to prices that we use for gangster trade, folks, we need, it's gapping up $2. Yeah, $2 on here. So I had to add 10 cents to, let's say, the 88 calls on here. Yeah. Okay, granted, we can subtract theta, but how much is theta on here? Time decay on here for the 88 is 11 cents. So yeah, closest strike price that we can get here. This is tricky, really, trying to trade gangster on here 2 days before. We're gonna be overpaying for this because this is $12 outside of the money to trying to get a chance. Maybe 87, maybe 86. So in this type of scenario, folks, you know what I do, right? The stock is gapping up. I like to make my money in the opposite direction. But I mean, on a Ganser trade, it calls for both of them. So your strike price, our strike price that we can target on the call side, 87, 88 or thereabouts. And lucky if we can get them for maybe up to 20 cents. But I do not want to overpay for them because I know the reason why they're expensive, because earnings is in 2 days. On the put side, even on the put side, implied volatility, they jack it up on both sides, folks. You can look at it here, right? So here, where can we get a chance? The 70. So anything in the 70, trying to get them really cheap for 10 cents of the lag. So 70, 70, 69, and 71 maybe. But even then, I guarantee you the market makers, they know what's coming. They're not going to drop the implied volatility of these options because they know that some people will be buying protection. So yeah, but it's worth a while. If let's not MU, the one that's for me, I'm looking at this week, this entire week, starting right now. But again, another one. Look at how expensive this stuff are. It's Square, folks. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it to that because I just have to leave it to that. But I'm watching Square with my eyes fully open. All right, folks. Okay, have a great trading session, folks. It's Put Scalping Tuesday, or that's how we like to have it. What's your favorite stock to trade for the day? I don't have a favorite stock to trade, folks. I trade whatever has a setup to make money. But I mean, it's favorite stock to trade for the day. I don't. So Donnie, to your question, I just said it right. The stock that I'm watching with my eyes wide open this week. First of all, I have one. I just showed that, so I'm giving you pretty much what we are trading in our option watch list. We start making money on it yesterday. I showed it to you earlier. If you missed that, shame on me or shame on you. And for the rest of the week, I'm going to be watching Square with my eyes both wide open. Hopefully that answers your question. And let me type it here. I'm watching Square with my eyes wide open. Okay, there is no secret about this. Yes, Square is part of our option alert watch list for our subscribers. So other than shy of me just giving you what our traders they are trading, I don't think I can do more than that. Have a good trading session, everybody. We talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.